Welcome to Bethel Online Education Hub. Learn anytime, anywhere. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more. Let's learn together, the Bethel way.
So, good morning, class. So, a pleasant day, my dear students. So, welcome to your physical education and health one. So, for today, we will tackle the lesson 4, the moderate to vigorous physical activities. So, before we tackle our new lessons, and before we proceed to our new lessons, we have an objective. So, at the end of the session, each learner will be able to, one, define the term physical activity. The second one is classify different physical activities according to its intensity. Three, perform moderate to vigorous physical activities based on the design, fitness needs, and enjoy performing different physical activities. So here's our objectives that we need to accomplish for today's lesson. So now let's proceed to the next one. So physical activity refers to any body movement produced by skeletal muscles that increase about basal energy expenditure. It can improve your health and reduce the risk of developing several diseases like 2 diabetes, cancer, and cardiovascular disease. So pag sinabi natin physical activities, ito yung mga aktibidad na may kilos ng katawan na gumagamit ng enerhiya. So, kasama rito ang simpleng paggalaw hanggang sa mabibigat na aktibidad. So, kapag regular na gumagawa ng activity, lumalakas ang katawan, napapabuti ang sirkulasyon ng dugo, at mas nagiging malusog ang puso at kalamnan. So, mahalaga ito para maiwasan ang sakit at mapanatili ang tamang timbang. So, mga halimbawa nito is pagtalakad, pagtakbo, pag-akyat ng hagdan, paglalaro ng basketball o volleyball, at higit sa lahat, pagwawalis, paglilinis ng bahay, at pagdidilig ng halaman. So, yung process physical activity natin. So, now, let's proceed to the benefits of physical activity or exercise. So, we have 6. So, reduce your risk of heart attack, manage your weight better, lower your risk of falls, have a lower blood cholesterol level, have lower blood pressure, lower the risk of type 2 diabetes and some cancer. So, kung sinabi natin ang ehersisyo ay hindi lang para maging malakas at maganda ang ating katawan, kundi para rin sa kalusugan ng puso, baga, buto, kalamnan, isip at pangkalahatang kalidad ng ating buhay. So, ayan po yung mga benefits na pwede natin makuha sa pag-exercise at paggawa ng physical activity. So it can be divided into 2 main categories. So the first, it is an exercise involving structured, repetitive movements of the body, and the second one is non-exercising, is physical activity such as standing, commuting to and from school or work, or taking part in household or occupational chores. So both exercise and non-exercise physical activity can further be classified by the level of intensity, light, moderate, and vigorous. So now let's proceed to the light intensity exercise. So light intensity exercise compared to moderate and vigorous require the least effort. It is an activity classified as 3 METs. Some examples of light physical activities include walking slowly, making in the bed, and knitting. So pag sinabi natin light intensity, ito ay ang mga ehersisyo hindi gaano mabigat at hindi masyadong nagpapabilis ng tibok ng perso o paghinga. So karaniwan, kaya mong magsalita ng normal habang ginagawa ito. So mga halimbawa nito ay paglalakad ng dahan-dahan, pag-stretch o simpleng pag-una, banayad na yoga, pagdidilig ng halaman, at higit sa lahat magaan na gawain bahay tulad ng pagkaayos ng kama o pagwawalis. So, ang light intensity exercise, ito ay ang magaan na ehersisyo ay hindi kasing tindi ng moderate o vigorous activities. So, pero mahalaga pa rin ito para mampanatiling aktibo ang ating katawan. So, madalas itong inirekomenda sa matatanda, mga nagsisimula pa lang mag-ehersisyo, at sa mga taong may iniindang karamdaman. So, sa madaling salita, ang light intensity ay isang simpleng aktibidad na gumagalaw ang katawan pero hindi nakakapagod. So, yun po si light intensity exercise. So now let's proceed to the next intensity exercise. We have moderate intensity exercise. So requires moderate amount of effort and noticeable and accelerates the heart rate. It is an activity that is approximately 3 to 6 minutes. Example, ito is mga hamstring stretch, calf stretch, chest stretch, tricep stretch, arms crossovers swing, shoulder stretch, jumping rope, arms circles, and back turn. So, pag sinabi natin moderate intensity exercise o katamtamang ehersisyo, ito ang ehersisyong mas mabigat kaysa light intensity. So, kung saan mas bumibilis ang tibok ng puso at paghinga. Ngunit, kaya pa rin makipag-usap pero baka hindi na makakamta ng maayos. So, mga halimbawa nito is mabilis na paglalakad, pagbibisikleta sa patag na kalsada, pagsayaw, zumba, paglalangoy ng dahan-dahan hanggang katamtaman, paglalaro ng basketball or badminton ng hindi sobrang intense. So, pag sinabi natin moderate intensity, ito ay ang ehersisyo na nakakatulong upang palakasin ang puso at baga. So, magsunog ng calories at magpataas ng resistensya. So, inirekomenda ng mga eksperto na magkaroon ng hindi bababa sa 150 minutes kada linggo ng ganitong klase ng aktibidad para sa mabuting kalusugan. So sa madaling salita, kapag moderate exercise, pawisan at hingal ka ng kaunti. Pero kaya mo pa rin makipag-usap habang gumagalaw. So yun po sa moderate intensity exercise. So now let's proceed to the vigorous intensity exercise. So vigorous intensity exercise require a great deal of effort that cause rapid respiration and significant increase in heart rate. It is an activity of around 6 minutes. So we have push-up, running in place, hamstring stretch, ski hoops, and high knee twist. So pag sinabi natin vigorous intensity, ito ay exercise o ehersisyong napaka-aktibo at mabigat kung saan mabilis ang tibok ng ating mga puso at paghinga. So sa antas na ito, mahirap na magsalita ng buong pangusap habang gumagalaw dahil hingal ka na. So mga halimbawa nito is pagtakbo or sprinting, mabilis na pagbibisikleta sa pataas na kalsada, intense na paglalaro sa basketball, football or tennis, or aerobics, Zumba na mabilis ang galaw. So hiking na may paakyat na daan, or higit sa lahat ito ay CrossFit or circuit training. So, ang vigorous exercise, ito ay nagsusunog ng maraming calories at mas mabilis na nagpapalakas sa puso, baga at kalamnan natin. So, karaniwang nire-recommenda ito para sa mga taong may mas mataas na fitness level. Pero dapat dahan-dahan itong simulan, lalo na kung bago sa pag-ehersisyo. So ayon sa health experts, sapat na ang 75 minuto kada linggo. So ang vigorous activities para sa mabuting kalusugan. So sa madaling salita, ang vigorous exercise ay ang vigorous intensity exercise, ito ay hingal na hingal at pawis na pawis ka agad at mahirap na makipag-usap habang ito ay gumagalaw or nag-ehersisyo. So yun po si vigorous intensity. So now let's proceed to the phases of exercise. So phases of exercise, each of the three phases plays an important role in helping you reach your fitness goals while maintaining your health and safety. So meron po tayong tatlong yugto ng ehersisyo or phases of exercise. So the first one is warm up. Will warm your body and get you ready to work out. It raises the temperature of your body, loosen your muscles, and warms up your joints to get you ready for work. So pag sinabi natin warm up or pag-iinit, so ito ang paghahanda ng katawan bago magsimula sa mas mabigat na ehersisyo. So mga halimbawa nito magaan na pagtakbo, jogging in place, stretching o pag-ikot ng braso at balikat. So ang layunin nito para mapabuti ang sirkulasyon ng dugo, mapainit ang kalamnan at maiwasan ang iyong injury. So pag sinabi naman natin workout, is an exercise or practice session aimed at improving fitness as in athletic competition. So workout or conditioning phase pinakamainam na bahagi ng ehersisyo. So ito ang pangunahing ito kung saan ginagawa ang mismong ehersisyo or physical activity. So halimbawa nito, pagpalakas or push-up, sit-ups, or aerobics, pagbibisikleta, paglalaro ng sports. So ang layunin nito para mapabuti ang tibay, lakas, bilis, at kalusugan ng iyong puso at ng ating mga kalamnam. So next one is cool down. Is a vital part of your workout. It may last 3 to 10 minutes, including stretches or gentle variations of the movement you've made during your workout. Kapag sabi natin cool down, ito ay pagpapalamig. So ito ang unti-unting pagbababa ng aktibidad matapos ang ehersisyo. So halimbawa nito is mabagal sa paglalakad, paghinga ng malalim, or stretching. So ang layunin nito para unti-unting bumalik sa normal ang tibok ng ating mga puso, ma-relax ang ating mga kalamnan, at maiwasan ang pananakit o pulikat ng ating mga paa, kamay, or katawan natin. So sa madaling salita, si warm-up ay paghahanda ng katawan, si workout, pangunahing ehersisyo, si cool-down naman ay pagpapahinga at pagbabalik sa normal. At normal ang ating katawan. So yun po ang ating phases of exercise. So now, let's proceed to your activity 4. So my TTHS, so routine. So for the whole week, using the template below, record your MVPA on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday in different settings in and out of schools, or in and out of your work, or in your house. So the result of this activity will serve as a basis for assessment. So sa date, we have date. Meron na tayong example dito ng Monday. So Monday sample only lang. So MVP natin walking from home to school. Tapos total time spent niya is 10 minutes. Sa pagbaba natin, morning exercise, 10 minutes. Workout, 30 minutes. Playing volleyball, 1 hour. Walking, going home, 10 minutes. Teaching of water, 10 minutes. So, yan yung example natin. So, ito yung gagawin nyo. Yung Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, merong MVPA. Total time spent. Ganun din sa Thursday and Saturday. So, write the date. Kung kailan nyo siya ginawa. Then, isusulat nyo siya sa yellow paper or bond paper. Then, after, isasend nyo siya sa akin through Messenger. PPM siya. So, yun lang ang inyong activity for my TPHS routine. So, and that's our lesson for today. So, moderate to vigorous physical activities. So I hope you'll learn a lot in this lesson. So if you have any question, clarification about this lesson, don't hesitate to chat me or message me, because I am your teacher. I will help you. So thank you and goodbye. Goodbye. So see you on the next lesson.